Mr. Chairman, sir, I represent the Labour Party. We have made observations. We've craved the indulgence of the Commission to take seriously observation, and it appears that the Commission is not willing to listen to our own observations. It is in this note that we have, as a party, believed in your own statement and in the statement of the Commission, which you have been promising Nigerians that you are going to conduct credible and acceptable election through the Vivas, which has been acclaimed, which has been said that it is going to be used for the purpose of uploading all the results. As it is, most of the results that have come so far were made observation. From the one that you have even declared here, we observed overvotings. And we have received from our own agent that the upload from the Bibas has not been taking place. So we therefore are not going to accept what we are presenting to us here. This is the position of the Labour Party.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Ina Okopi Agu. I'm the National Secretary of the African Action Congress. I'd like to refer us to the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. Section 64, subsection, you can refer to 64. Section 64, subsection 4A and B. With your kind permission, I'll read. It says, a collation officer or returning officer at an election shall collate and announce the result of an election subject to his or her verification and confirmation that a number of accredited voters stated on the collated results are correct and consistent with the number of accredited voters recorded and transmitted, the key word there is transmitted, directly from polling units under section 40, subsection 2 of this act as amended. B, the votes stated on the collated results are correct and consistent with the votes or results recorded and transmitted, keyword again, directly from polling units under section 60, subsection 4 of the Act as amended. Now the point is, when I stood up the other time, the point we raised was that any scope that comes here to share and give Nigerians results from their state, you must demand from them. If these results they are uploading or they are giving to us here had been uploaded before presenting to Nigerians. This is a simple thing that we want, so that it is consistent with what the Electoral Act has requested the Commission to do. I don't know if this makes sense. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Emeka Ihedio. Mr. Chairman, I can proudly say that I'm a person of high standing in our society. I've been a legislator for 12 years. I was a presiding officer. Mr. Chairman, I was elected by my people as their governor. Mr. Chairman, I understand the process and procedures. I'm a person who values the integrity of our system. But when there are doubts, it's important we all come up on one page. Sir, the desire of most Nigerians is that this process should be seen as free, fair, and transparent. I have been in contact with several agents of our parties across the country. Now, the fact is that results uploaded from polling units in a number of states are not what is being collected. Now, we've had incidents of hijack, we've had incidents of result writing, we've had incidents of manipulation. It makes sense that we interrogate these processes so that we, at this point, if a result is collected and we accept that those results are okay, then it's good to go. If we do not interrogate this process at this point, then it means that our business here has undermined the process. Mr. Chairman, I plead with you to appreciate the point we've raised and give some time to look at this so that the integrity is sustained. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for this opportunity. I want to actually refer the commission because we have so much confidence, we from the political parties, we have so much confidence in your leadership. And we know, as a matter of fact, we've been engaged with a lot of quarterly meetings, we have discussed a lot, and we believe you want to give Nigerians the best. And the greatest thing you can do for us is, at the end of the day, let Nigerians, the votes that Nigerians casted be what will be declared. I am very much aware that Section 65 of the Electoral Act, I know this commission has powers for review. If there are states, for instance, where there are discrepancies, I know Section 65, subsection C, that has to do with declaration of scores of candidates and the return of a candidate, provided that the commission shall have the powers within 7 days to review the declaration and return where the commission determines that the said declaration and return was not made voluntarily or was made contrary to the provisions of the law, regulations and guidelines, and the manual for election. Sir, please hearken to the cry and the voice of political parties, which I know and we trust you. Don't look at any pressure. We know you can handle this. After all, when forces we are trying to remove you as INEC chairman, we stood by you. And we believe you can give Nigerians the best. If there are areas where there are discrepancies, I know you have the powers to review. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Nkem Okando, agent for ADC. Mr. Chairman, I've actually listened to my colleagues, and I want to urge and plead. Since it is obvious that the results, most of them have not been uploaded on the polling unit according to the electoral law that we just read, I want to appeal that we adjourn this session to maybe 24 hours to enable the state people, the state collection officers, to upload all their polling units results so that we can proceed. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Chairman. I still represent APP. Chinemeluba is my name. It is surprising that political parties who are supposed to be fighting now are in unison saying the same thing. Not just surprising, but fundamental. There is no point progressing in error, Mr. Chairman. We are racing to nowhere. This election started on Saturday. Today is almost over. I insist, in line with my colleagues here, that we get it right. Let us get it right before we proceed with the collation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Dino Belaya, PDP. Mr. Chairman, they said the voice of the people is the voice of God. Those of us who spoke from this angle are representatives of the political parties that participated in this election. And it is only responsible for INEC to listen to us. When you made your presentation earlier, you made it look as if agents are just here to rubber stamp whatever the returning officers are presenting. Because you said you passed that stage, it's at the stage of ward polling units, but the provisions of Section 65 are already mandated you, because you are also a returning officer in this election. It's just the difference is that they are returning officers from the states and you are returning results for the presidential election. And that 65 is very, very unambiguous and is clear. And it is that you have the power and capacity to review results here. And you cannot review results if there are no agitation of infractions from the political parties. And that is what we are saying, that we cannot move forward except the law is respected, except the promise you made to Nigerians. I have just done a little research. You have promised Nigerians 68 times that beavers will work. And my brother, Barrister Festus Okoye, after I checked using Google machine, I promised Nigeria 118 times that beavers will work. We want to see it work and working by going to the portal to see all these results. It worked in Edo, it worked in Osun, it must work in this presidential election. We cannot proceed with computation or collation of results when we cannot see. The confidence we have in this electoral act is the introduction of the electronic transmission of results. If that is not done, then there is no difference between what we are doing now and what we did in 2015, because what you are doing is practical manual collation. That means the billions of taxpayers' money, including mine, that was spent on the issue of beavers and transmission of electronic results is wasted. And we should not be wasters. We want a categorical response on this issue of uploading results. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Nze Frank White. I represent the APP. Mr. Chairman, last Saturday, Nigerians trooped out in their mass, in millions, because of the confidence that the electronic transmission of results put in them. They came out and, it was so massive that so many of them left what they're supposed to do. Those days of playing football in the streets, we are not seen on Saturday. Mr. Chairman, the integrity of this process will stand undermined if the electronic transmission that my colleagues here have requested is not guaranteed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. First, I will seek a clarification. Do we speak as individuals or we speak for the parties? A situation where two persons are speaking on behalf of a party. I speak for APC, and I would not think, after I've spoken for APC, my colleague should also get up to say he's also speaking for APC. We are not, in my opinion, in a debate. I will also correct the impression when it was said that the political parties are in unison. We are not in unison with, excuse me, Mr. Senator Melaye and Right Honorable, with all respect, kindly let me speak. We are not in unison with them. A lot of law has been procured, preferred, and quoted here, most especially Section 65, which says the Commission shall have the powers. These powers have been conferred on the Commission by statute, and it is the discretion of the Commission to exercise its powers as it deems fit, and not whether we demand it or we want to proclaim or dictate it. Secondly, sir,
the same section has gone further that a decision of the returning officer under subsection 1 may be reviewed by an election tribunal. And I think if we are not satisfied, like has been rightly said, the whole world is watching this process. We should let the process run its course. Like has been rightly observed, there were elections in other places, some of which have been contested in the courts. Why is this being made to be different? Let the results be presented. And just to add, that the provision of section 60, subsection 4, that is now being misrepresented here, says upload from polling units. But we are not here to debate whether it was uploaded or not. That cannot be reviewed here. So my appeal is for the commission to proceed with its constitutional duty and make the results available. If we are not satisfied, we will approach the election tribunal. And that is all we are praying for. Like we said, the whole world is watching us. I appeal, sir, Mr. Chairman, that you proceed and do the needful and exercise the powers conferred on you by both the Constitution and the Electoral Act, and let us have the results so we can take necessary steps as we may deem fit. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, any more?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. My name is Zafanaya Jisalo. I represent NRM. Mr. Chairman, I've been in the parliament to also make the law and also make the electoral act. Like my senior colleague said, Emeka Edoha. The law is there. The act is there. And just like the section 65 have said, the power is given to the INEC to conduct its election. And election process had been laid down from the polling unit, which all of us went around to vote. And then after they are counted, the beavers were there to know the number of people, the agents were there, now the collation to the vote collection center. Everything was tight. The agents were there to see what all was done at the polling unit. And from there, the process is also there to go to the local government headquarters. This thing were done, and then subsequently move to the ward, move to the state. And in the state level, all these things were checked. And I don't think there was any problem. Other, all these things have been addressed right from there. Coming here to talk on this issue, we are contrary to some of the agents that have said whatever they mean, we should not derail this transition. We should not derail to deceive Nigerians on what is happening. What has come here is the right thing that has been done.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Clement Ojukwu. I represent Labour Party. Sir, this is democracy, and we have spoken on behalf of our people.
as you have promised Nigerians before today, that our votes are going to count. In addition to that, you told us, or you told Nigerians, that our result will be transmitted electronically. It is not too much to demand of you to fulfill your promises. Again, remind those that is telling you of your supreme powers. Tell them you are not a military officer, but you are a leader of democracy in this country. Please kindly do the needful by telling the coalition officers from the state to first tell us how these results were transmitted before now. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, please.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Bame Vidieno, the agent for Young Progressives Party, YPP. I don't want to be seen to be taking sides on the side of anybody, but on the side of the law. I want to state that this is a fifth level of collation. The first was at the polling unit, then at the Ward Collation Center, then Local Government Collation Center, then the State Collation Center, before coming this Collation Center, which is the fifth. And I think if there was any issue that should have been raised concerning transmission of results or whatever, they would have been tackled at those stages by our agents, which we had at all the various levels. I think what we are doing here is not in tandem with what ought to be done. I think that this process should be allowed to go, since we couldn't tackle whatever problems, issues we had at the earlier levels. Then if this process is concluded, we have the election petition tribunals that could handle whatever problems that are being raised here. I think the INEC at this stage now should be allowed to go on with the collation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Chairman, can I make a quick remark?
Jack,
Chairman, please.
This is...
No, I know I'm not a politician and I don't intend to be one. But we all have a stake and we all have a voice. Let me appeal to our politicians, respected equals, to please calm down. The soul of this nation is in this hall today. And any individual that inflames this nation and create chaos, history will not forgive you. I appeal to you all. Every one of you have a very important point and you have laid it out. Please, I don't also think in the Electoral Act that politicians have a right to stop this process. I don't like what has happened as an individual, but let's respect the law and let the law take its course. And you have every right to challenge the outcome. Please, my brother Dino and everybody, Mecca, please, on behalf of the entire nation, we are please asking you please to calm down. Let us have this process, and then we, civil society, will back you and challenge whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have heard everything that you have said, but I'm going to comment on 3 issues. The first one, which was the starting point of all this lengthy conversation, is over the allegation of overvoting in the result presented yesterday from Ekiti State. What is overvoting? Where the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. Based on the original of the document signed by party agents at state level and the spreadsheet before me, there was no overvoting in Ekiti State. The total number of accredited voters is 315,058. That is what is on the authentic document. Any other figure that shows anything at variance with this did not emanate from the commission. We provided a detailed breakdown of the scores by political parties across the board. Towards the end of the spreadsheet, we provided 3 columns. The first column is total valid votes. And that is 308,171. Total rejected votes, 6,301. Total votes cast, valid or rejected, 314,472, which is actually lower than 315,058. Let me recap. Total number of accredited voters, 315,058. Total votes cast, both valid and invalid, is 314,472. There is no overvoting. When you compare the total number of votes cast and the number of accredited voters, if there is anything, you may actually say that there was undervoting, not overvoting. So that is my response to the first issue raised. And I repeat myself once again for clarity. If there is any figure different from what I have presented and what came from the manual forms completed by the state collection officer for the presidential election from Ekiti State, please discountenance that figure. It did not emanate from the commission. I saw some postings on the social media to the effect that the Ekiti election result was published on the 20th of February, 5 days ahead of the election. And what is the evidence? They took the result presented yesterday and took the total number of registered voters for Ekiti State and concluded that the results were prepared several days before the election. All Nigerians will bear me witness that here in this hall, we presented the hard copies of the total number of registered voters in Nigeria on state-by-state basis and the number of PVCs collected. And that information, as we speak, is on the Commission's website. So if anybody is trying to be clever by half, by taking figures from somewhere and saying, oh, these results were published or released ahead of the election, that one can only pass for fake news. And I'm sure that we are responsible citizens not to fall for fake news. So my first response is that for the election results presented for Ekiti, there was no overvoting. Overvoting means the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. The number of accredited voters is in this particular case higher than the total number of votes cast. So that's my first response. My second response is, are the figures consistent from what transpired at the polling units and what was uploaded or ought to have been uploaded to the IRF portal I am satisfied that the figures on this spreadsheet emanated from the process that transpired at the polling units. The polling units are the only places where citizens vote. Whatever you do thereafter is just collation of result. And we have provided the votes scored by each political party. However, if any political party believes that the figures they have from the hard copies of the results given by their polling agents at the level of collation, that the figures are inconsistent with what has been provided on the spreadsheet that we projected yesterday, I would like that political party to forward the information to the commission so that we can speak on the basis of facts. I like the suggestion made that the commission has power under the Electoral Act to review results, but that power is contingent upon one procedure. The process has to be concluded first before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties that any evidence that you have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we'll then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that we have established calm, we can calmly proceed with the process and conclude in the best interests of our country. So may I invite the resident electoral commissioner for Ogun State to present, to introduce himself, and for the state coalition officer for the presidential election from Ogun State to similarly introduce himself and present the result from Ogun State. The resident electoral commissioner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Olani Ijalayi. I am the resident electoral commissioner, INEC in Ogun State.
Thank you very much, distinguished chairman of INEC. My name is Professor Kayode Adebowale, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, and I'm the State Coalition Officer for the presidential election scope of the 25th of February, 2023 in Ogun State. The result for the presidential election held on the 25th of February, 2023 in Ogun State are as follows. Total number of registered voters. Total number of registered voters. 2,688,305. 2,688,305. Total number of accredited voters. 612,341. 612,341. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A, 1153. AA 331. 331. AAC 923. 923. ADC 10529. 10529. ADP 1734. 1734. APC 341,554. 341,554. APGA APGA 934. 934. APM 6012. 6012. APP 326. 326. BP 374. 374. LP 85829. 85829. NNPP 2200. 2200. NRM 542. 542. PDP 1, 2, 3, 8, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 8, 3, 1. PRP 356. 356. SDP 738. 738. YPP 366. 366. ZLP 2392. Total number of valid votes. Total number of valid votes, 580,124. 580,124. Total number of rejected votes. Total number of rejected votes, 31324. 31324. Total vote cast. Total votes cast, 611,448. 611,448. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Prof. and Scope for Ogun State. Were there places where election was not held or the outcome of the election cancelled?
There were places where we have cancellation. They have been compiled. The respective forms, which is EC 40G, was filled during the state collation exercise yesterday. They were all displayed. And the reasons for the cancellation ranges from overvoting. There are some that voters refuse to use the BVAS. And also there are some that was disruption, which probably some thugs came, but they did not cut away with any election material in any of our police stations throughout Ogun State.
Okay, thank you very much. Party agents, any comments or observations to the scope? Okay, please submit your result.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Scope. And the original handwritten completed from ECAD has been duly countersigned by agents of political parties present during state collation in Abeokuta. Thank you. Thank you, BC. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Thank you very much. And I wish you a safe journey. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Collation Secretariat, which state is next? Oyo, where is Ramon Taylor, the resident electoral commissioner? Oyo? Okay, Oyo is there, and there is another state also in the holding area. So are you ready, Oyo? Okay, please come forward along with the state collection officer. So, Rek, please introduce yourself, and the scope should introduce himself and present the results for Oyo State.
My name is Dr. Taylor Adinion Abdurrahman, resident electoral commissioner, Oyo State.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I am Professor Olushola Babatunde Kehinde, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, and the State Collation Officer for the presidential election in Oyo State. Thank you, sir. For the presidential election that held on the 25th of February, 2023, we have the following as the results of the election. 1, the total number of registered voters in Oyo State. Total number of registered voters, 3276,675. 3276,675. Total number of accredited voters, 854,439. 854,439. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A, 39514. 39514. Party AA, 1124. 1124. Party AAC, 1153. 1153. ADC, 6080. ADC, 6080. ADP, 2298. 2298. APC, 449884. 449884. APGA, 1368. 1368. APM, 462. 462. APP, 1985. 1985. BP, 363. LP, 99110. 99110. NNPP, 4095. 4095. NRM, 659. 659. PDP, 182,977. 182,977. PRP 433. 433. SDP 14517. 14517. YPP 572. 572. ZLP 2891. 2891. Total valid votes 809485. 809485. Rejected votes 42471. 42471. Total votes cast. Total votes cast 851,956. 851,956. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Scope. Were there places where elections did not hold or cancelled?
Yes, sir. Elections were cancelled in 17 polling units in 14 registration areas.
Reason?
Overvoting, sir. And the total number of cancelled votes were 7363. 7363.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, observations, suggestions? Okay, thank you very much. Please step forward to present your result. Okay, thank you very much. Next, we move to Yobe State. Is the REC and the State Collection Officer around? Is the REC as well as the scope? Okay.
My name is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner, Yobe State.
My name is Professor Umaru A. Vice Chancellor of the Federal University Kashere in Gombe State. I am the state collation officer for the presidential election of 25 February 2023 in Yobe State. With me is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner for Yobe State. The result for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in Yobe State are as follows. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties as follows. A party, 312. A party, 312. AA, 915. AA, 915. AAC, 221. AAC, 221. ADC, 1034. ADC, 1034. ADP, 1295. ADP, 1295. APC, 15145. APC, 15145. 959. Am I correct? Okay. 151459. ABGA. 875. ABGA 875. APM 472. APM 472. APP 256. APP 256. BP 149. BP 149. LP 2406. LP 2406. NNPP 18270. NNPP 18270. NRM 672. NRM 672. PDP 198567. PDP 198567. PRP 265. PRP 265. SDP 192. SDP 192, YPP 630, YPP 630, ZLP 407, ZLP 407. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of rejected votes 18934. 18934. Total votes cast 397331. Total votes cast 397331. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any polling units where elections were not held or cancelled?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. 1 in Fika. We had one of the polling booths with about 768 voters registered, and total number of PVCs collected 768. But because of faulty BVA, they couldn't vote. Then we also had Jakusko with LG code 04. One polling unit also affected with about 1073 voters. There was destruction of polling materials, and because of that, it was cancelled. The reports are attached to the submission here, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, any observation? Okay, please step forward to submit your result. I understand that Enugu State will be ready in the next 10 minutes. So wait for the next 10 minutes to check Enugu. I also understand that Lagos and Gombe are approaching the building. Thank you. So 10 minutes, we'll take Enugu State.
So they've got 10 minutes break, after which they'll return, and I think they said they'll go to Enugu State. But a couple of states have been declared here today: Oyo, Ogun, Yobe, and counting. So the APC clinching Oyo, Ogun, and the PDP clinching Yobe State. So more results expected after all the drama that we saw that went on earlier before this latest results were declared. So we also did see a number of party agents who stormed out of that collation center, the National Collation Center. So interesting scenario. They are up in arms after all that argument about the propriety, the legality of the process, whether or not they were going to continue, citing several provisions of the Electoral Act and goodness. And here we are now. But Mr. Uzi, what's your impression of what's played out so far?
Well, there's a debate as to whether what is going on now is in accordance with the Electoral Act and whether it's in accordance with the INEC regulations and guidelines. My only challenge about the position of the political parties is that they have not come to say that the results being announced are not in conformity with the scores or the total number of accredited voters as they observed in the lower levels of collation. They are not challenging the scores. They're challenging the process and the procedure. They're challenging the fact that INEC guidelines provides for a comparison being made with the results as exhibited, as displayed in the IREF portal. And it's a choice between let us follow the process as outlined, the architecture as outlined in the Electoral Act and in the INEC guidelines, or let us ensure that we speedily dispose of this result collation process. So it will appear to me the INEC has chosen the latter. We would rather than wait for the IREF portal to be up and running and display all the results. Nobody knows how long that will take. The statement yesterday said they were in this process of resolving all the issues. I think there's still one or two challenges. So it depends on which you think should follow. Are you a process person, technical process person, or Nigerians are interested in timelessly getting to hear who the next president, what are the scores?
So just to put it out there,
okay.
Those are PDP, LP, APP, SDP, and ADC.
Walked out.
The parties who walked out.
So, but is that not opening up INEC to litigation? I mean, the fact that there's a law that provides procedural guidelines, and you even had a guideline that sort of enhances the act. Is that not opening yourself up to litigation, seeing that you're going contrary to what you put out as a procedure?
Well, either course of action will open INEC to litigation, and especially in electoral matters, we are a litigious community. Don't forget that there are over 700 cases dealing with party primaries, intra-party affairs.
As we speak.
INEC is joined as a necessary defendant, but it's not primary elections conducted by INEC, even conducted by the political parties themselves. That's the level of disputation that we have within the parties. So yes, definitely. I think your question was more the likelihood of success of those challenges.
Okay.
But
all right, gentlemen, pardon me.
Okay.
We need to just bring you the walkout, and then after they walked out, they spoke to the press behind the collation center. So we caught up with some of them after they made their points. Have a listen.
Now that we have established calm, we can calmly proceed with the process and conclude in the...
We party agents haven't observed that the national chairman of INEC is determined to rig the election by making sure that results are not uploaded, by vehemently making a presentation that makes it look as if we are all here to rubber stamp the fraud that has been cooked between INEC and APC. We are saying that we are not here to rubber stamp the electoral fraud that have been prepared by INEC and APC. We are Nigerians, and we all know that there is nowhere on the server that results have been uploaded. It's now saying we should wait for the process to be completed. But the political parties here have staged a walkout to express the unfortunate politicization and commercialization of our electoral process.
How many of the parties have taken a walkout?
We are about 9, 10 of us here, understand? And we are saying that INEC is compromised, APC have influenced INEC, and we can see results have been changed. We have records of where elections did not take place and results have been prepared. We have records of where the beavers were not used and results have been pronounced. What is difficult in the INEC chairman showing the uploaded results so that we can compare and interrogate that with the presentation that is made by the state returning officers. But they cannot upload results. They cannot show us uploaded results because they know that what they are going to upload will be at variance with what they are presenting to Nigerians. So the electoral process has been rigged. INEC have rigged the 2023 elections, and we are completely dissociating ourselves from it, and we know what to do next.
How many parties staged a walkout this afternoon?
Well, we are about 10 political parties that have actively participated in the election.
So are you saying that you would no longer, your party, the Labour Party, will no longer participate in this election?
We have already participated in the election.
Or in the collation process?
The only thing we are challenging the process in which they are declaring the results. You understand? They have promised us that they are going to use beavers. Beavers are used, but the result of the beavers have not been uploaded. What they are giving us now are doctor results, they are fake results, and that is why we do not accept it. And we have called on the INEC chairman. If he did not agree and did not accept what we are telling you, how shall we accept what he is telling us? It's a result that we have a complaint from our agent. We have seen it. Everybody have seen it. We have seen where problems, where infractions have been happening, and we have seen where doctor results have been submitted. Our agent have reported to us. This is what we are not. That is what they are telling us here. So, and he wants us to just rubber stamp what they are telling us, and then as APC have suggested that we should meet in court, and that's what is succumbing to it.
So what next? So what next for your party? What next?
Well, the next thing is we have done what we are doing now, and then we are going to take the instruction from our masters.
All right, so some of the political party agents that staged a walkout at that National Coalition Center, they're taking a break now. But Abosede, what's going through your mind?
So, I mean, the first thing I did is I went to the IREF portal and I'm just looking at, obviously, how far do we have to go? And it shows that 62,736 results have now been uploaded. But as you know, there are 176 and about 606 polling units. And so technically, we're still around 40%, right? So I think there are two things here. You know, the political parties that walked out were very clear about what they would prefer. And what they're saying is adjourn this process, okay? Now, I think that it's important to highlight that the cost of that to Nigerians is that they need to wait, right? But we started this conversation by saying, wow, it's been 48 hours. And we just don't know. We're not in position to say how long it would take for INEC to upload those results such that when the scope comes and is announcing, they can display it for us. So it's a valid ask, definitely. And I think in line with the Electoral Act that, you know, the part of the Electoral Act and the guidelines that have already been stated, it is a valid ask. However, I think it's important to understand what is at stake, you know, if we were to go in that direction.
Prof, we'll come back to you in a minute, but just quickly go to this APC's press release. The Tinubu to Lagosians, he did ask that they become and maintain peace. So he did say, all Progressives Congress, the presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, appeals to Lagos State, people in Lagos State to become and eschew any acts that can lead to breakdown of law and order. He said the outcome of the election in Lagos, where Labour Party won the presidential election, should not be a source of provocation, saying that the beauty of democracy is that people have a right to vote for the candidate of their choice. Okay, so we can go ahead and listen to some of them.
We have credible information from my colleagues at the bar. They have consulted some of my colleagues at the inner bar, senior advocates like me, who they have told to shop to go and prepare court papers and proceed to court. I want to appeal to the judiciary to remember the famous or the infamous Justice Bennett of June 12th. We should not have a replay of the situation of Justice Bennett and what happened to her thereafter. That is my appeal to the judiciary which is still my primary constituency. Please, please, and please, they should not scuttle democracy. If they think that INEC has subverted the provisions of the law in releasing the results, we will meet them anywhere in court, because we said that there is no such provision legally binding on INEC, and that overrides provision of both the Constitution and the Electoral Act that says that results must be uploaded before they are declared. What the law still recognizes is the manual step-by-step collection until the announcement of the results at the National Collection Center as provided for by law. There is nothing, and let me tell you this. I want you to simply ask the PDP. It's not God, I mean, for the LP, they have called for the cancellation of the results. Fair, well and good. We'll meet them anyway. But for the PDP, I want you to ask a critical question to all these drama kings you are seeing up and down, making noise without substance. Have you picked up a particular result from a particular state and compared it with the ones your agent submitted? And tell the world which unit has been altered, which ward result has been altered, which state result has, tell the world.
All right, so there you go. The All Progressives Congress also giving their press conference concerning what they seen going on, reactions to the PDP, Labour Party, STP, APP, the agents and their parties who staged the walkout and calling for cancellation, or they're not believing in the entire process. Well, Prof, you've heard what's going on now. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's patently very risky for INEC to put on hold the process of announcement of the results. It immediately declared that INEC has admitted that it's lost in crisis. And I think that's what should not be done.
Okay, by the way, Labour Party also had their briefing, just ended moments ago, as a matter of fact. So they're all having these briefings going all over the place, and pressmen will have to make sure we catch snippets, if not the entire thing. So that also went on, and I think subsequently we will. Okay, here it is, by the way.
This promise
multiple challenge,
Okay, so that is Labour Party's Akin Oshuntogun. Okay, so he's clearly stating their party's position, but previously I think they had also spoken about how they do not believe in the process previously before today. So this is an addition to what they said previously. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the position of the chairman of INEC is reasonable, but that means the case has not been closed. And because, as he himself admitted, once the announcement process is concluded, then the possibility of review can then be activated. Now, but what the political parties are saying is very important for us to note. The first is that they have discovered some discrepancies between what has been announced at the local government level as the result of the state and what they have from their party agents. That's the first point. Then secondly, they said by not uploading the results for access, the argument or their fear is that INEC is not confident that what is going to be uploaded corresponds to what actually happened at the polling unit. They may be wrong, they may also be right. But the important point is really this, that when you look at the local government figures, you can't compare those figures with the polling unit figures that the political parties are talking about. Mm-hmm. That's why that IREV portal is so important for the purposes of transparency.
Okay, Prof, just for clarity, now those images you see, this press conference by Labour are the initial images that we do have, but we will bring you what they actually said in the press conference. So just stay with us, we'll bring you that one. Conclude your thoughts.
So, which makes it very difficult to argue that the parties do not have any ground for the complaints that they are making. I think what they are trying to do is to establish an environment where it will be clearly established that they have protested the results. Mm-hmm. Because they are now going to go a step further to put all the documents that they have together and begin to get ready for that review. And if that doesn't happen, of course, to get ready for litigation.
So let me ask this question. Abosede, maybe you come in here. Why go down a wrong, well, not a wrong road, a tedious road? Why go down a tedious road when you can stop and make amends? I mean, going by the guidelines that INEC, and I asked this question earlier, Mr. Ozzy also attempted to answer that question. You have the law. You put out a guideline for yourself and for every other person. And in the course of executing your assignment, you are reminded, this is what you said. Can you stop, correct yourself, and then we continue? And that becomes too difficult.
So I think you're looking at it, as an isolated case. Everything that you have said is correct. However, given what is currently happening, the stakes are too high for the INEC chairman to pause this process. It's going to feel like 72 hours, the next 10 hours or 12 hours before they resume at 11 a.m. again tomorrow is going to feel like 24 hours. So the INEC chairman, as the